Hey everybody, it is Gitronist, and I wanted to review a book called The Odyssey of Star Wars, an epic poem. This basically takes, and by the way, this is a Planet bookmark, but this basically takes the Star Wars original trilogy, episodes 4 through 6, and turns it into an epic poem written using Iambic pentameter, so along the lines of John Milton and Shakespeare, while also being told in more along the lines of while also having a more creative direction akin to the Odyssey and the Iliad. And I will just say that as I've been getting into this, I've actually been really enjoying the writing style. Star Wars is based off of a lot of, or not based off of, but it's heavily inspired by a lot of old literature. Specifically, it's also kind of inspired by the hero's journey, which is like a 9-part cycle, and you can pick any point in Star Wars and trace Luke's journey as like a hero's journey of sorts. Anakin functions more as like a Satan figure if we're referencing Paradise Lost, but ultimately the point being here that this takes the original trilogy and turns it into an epic poem, like a long epic with 10 books altogether. Well, not like 10 books altogether, but like the 10 books. Like you have book 1, and then it tells the story in Iambic pentameter, and then you have book 2, and so on and so forth. I do like the artwork on it. This is shaped like a Death Star, almost like a hexagonal Death Star. Yeah. It also has little spaceships right there, and obviously it has Luke and Darth Vader battling each other. And yeah, I think that the author of this did a really good job at turning Star Wars into something that it probably also drew a lot of inspiration from, especially maybe in terms of creatures as well. I think I know that Odysseus probably fights like a giant colossus monster, but again, I don't know specifically what Star Wars would have always been influenced or directly inspired or influenced by, other than I think I want to say that George Lucas was inspired by a lot of Japanese films, or not Japanese, but like a Japanese samurai film. I forget the name of it. I'll try to remember it. But he was inspired by that. George Lucas was also big into Flash Gordon and wanted to try to make a movie series out of Flash Gordon, but wasn't able to, so settled on making his own little IP, which was Star Wars. And decades later, we get things like this, the Odyssey of Star Wars, an epic poem. So yeah, definitely recommend picking up this one. Like I said, turn Star Wars into an epic poem. You can read it like the Odyssey. You can sing it like the Odyssey. Maybe see if the singing works. With rebel spies was his track direct from Hoth, a nimble vessel, though defective twice. She prepped for light speed, we for swift pursuit. I think it works. Okay, take a look at this one.